what it is.
What's up?
Got your person in the cut. Goddamn. How are you?
I am fantastic. This is exciting. First of all, look at where we are.
And we're back.
I'm really excited. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm having an interesting week, but we just became aunties, TTs, yesterday. So hello, baby. We're so excited to have you in the world. But anyway, super excited to be back.
Yeah.
Super excited to be talking shit with you once again. It's my favorite thing to do.
Absolutely.
And super excited to engage with our community once again. I missed the sisters.
Down.
But I hope none of you are going through it.
Please. We're supposed to be glowing.
Yeah, see, you look glow.
Yes, please.
We're
back.
We're back. Where have we been? Where have you been?
Where have I been?
So many places. I'll give you a quick way of doing it.
Please.
The last episode we shot was 2023.
Yes.
It was in Menzies' apartment. What has happened? What happened from 2023 to 2024?
So many things. Wow. What has happened? I've mostly just been holed up at work. I won't lie. Holed up at work.
You finished your master's?
Yes, I did finish my master's. I got into another program last year. You guys know how I am. But at least I'm done with that. What else? I bought a house.
Another house.
I bought a car. My word, guys. My finances are, but we're going up, guys. We're going up. What else happened? My parents are like getting really old. They're retiring. I'm like,
that's crazy.
It's very hard to grasp. We'll get into it, as the season is going. What else? Guys, just I think trying to find my way back to myself. I think, especially post 2022, it just felt like I lost quite a lot of myself. So many things I hated. I hated routine. I hated doing the things that I loved. I think more than anything, I was trying to survive. And how I knew to survive was just to sort of throw myself into work. I mean, I remember we were saying, we've misbehaved quite a bit. Especially over the last year, because we were all just going through our own things.
Sort of hardly saw each other,
not seeing each other, and sort of being able to commiserate with each other. But I think just going through the motions, just trying to reemerge. Reemerge as myself, but as well, the new person, whoever that is.
Yeah, because there's that accepting that like. Maybe that self is gone. You've experienced so many things. And if we are formed by our experiences, then we'll never really go back to whatever we thought was who we were.
And you don't want to also, because I think, and especially like over the last couple of years, I think it really has been that reflection of, okay, what part of what I thought was myself
was actually myself. That is a whoo.
But what part of myself was also, myself to the point where others were able to devour me, to the point where they were able to hurt me. And so I think I've kind of felt the need to kind of, who am I for me? Who am I for me? Who am I for me in a protective manner, in a manner where I feel safe, in a manner where the people around me feel safe. Literally just going through the transitions, trying to transform, but also consolidate everything. We'll find out.
It's a happening.
We'll find out. How have you been?
I'm all right.
What's been going on?
2023. I went to school as most bored black women do.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah. Ooh. Went to school, doing my master's, finishing off my research. Changed jobs. So much of life has happened. And I think I've been getting closer to myself because I've been spending so much time with myself.
Yeah.
Last year I started cycling. And I think the best thing that happened with that was literally getting 5 hours on a bike to yourself.
Yeah.
Driving an hour out to the cradle, driving an hour back, cycling for all those hours in between and being on your own for most of the time has been really amazing for me, considering how little time I actually had for myself post having baby. I think I remember thinking, I need to make this person's world bigger, right? And my world felt so small. And I was like, how do I enable this person to dream, be able to know that they can do difficult things, be able to know that, without doing it for myself. And I was having a conversation with my CEO, and it was just speaking about he's much older, his kids are adults and all that, and how we just get lost in the speaking, and so little of the practice happens. And I think even in terms of what we've come to know from like a feminist perspective and other ideologies and theories and political, within the political realm or whatever, there's so much speaking and so little doing, even in how we frame and build community and show up and all of that. So considering the fact that I'd reframed the world into my world and what I have control of, I was like, I need to make my world bigger. I need hobbies. I need to do things with my body. I need to do things with my hands, with my mind. I need to stimulate myself in different ways. So that's basically where I've been. I've been spending a lot of time with myself. It's been a lot of fun, but a lot of learning because, if there's one thing that will force you to like reckon with who you thought you were versus who you were and what you do, it's having a little one. Like, it's been a crazy experience for me because it's a mirror. And once the mirror starts speaking and calls you out.
Oh, Lord.
And then you're like, oh, this is who I am. And then you decide, do I like who I am or do I want to change who I am and how I'm showing up?
I know this is a bit of a segue, but how do you deal with the sort of, do you shame spiral or is it just one of those things where it's like, oh.
I had an incident this week. Where we've just been noticing certain changes that come with age. I think one of the boundaries that we spoke about was like making sure that we don't divulge like, sensitive things about kids and our community and all of that. But I will share this where I noticed something and instead of like dwelling on the thing, I was like, let me actually research proactive ways that I can change this behavior. So you literally have to be so active in, and pull yourself out of the dwelling and not like, woe is me, oh my gosh, I'm such a bad ABCD. Somebody's experienced what you're experiencing and they've spoken about it and it's worked for them or it hasn't or somebody else did something differently. So that's literally my approach to things now. I'm like not, I dwell in terms of I feel the thing, but I try find a solution because there's one out there. There are very few things that don't have a solution. I think this is something we've said a million times.
Very few things, guys. Very few things.
So that's where I've been.
Oh my word. And why are we here to stay?
I don't know. I think we're here to stay because we've found a model that actually works really well. And we're super excited to tell you about it. But also Spotify has given us the space to actually record. They're helping us with the editing. So a lot of the things that would usually take up quite a lot of time or caused a bit of stress for us, Spotify has taken care of. So super, super grateful. Shout out to them. But also I think I'm here to stay because I actually missed the community that we created. I also actually missed speaking through things with someone and that person not being a therapist.
But that lady.
A friend that like is going through similar things or going through things that I can relate to. I think that's such an important thing and I've felt that void in my life over the last 2 years. So that's why I'm super excited to be back and why I'm here to stay. You?
Why am I here to stay? I'm here to stay definitely because of the community. You guys are really awesome. I mean, when we were teasing...
She abandoned you guys for 2 years. But you're awesome, though.
You guys.
You sound like a deadbeat dad. Okay. Like, I'm down for you.
And one thing about me, I'm the mean dad. I'm mean to you guys.
I'm the nice dad. I'm the nice dad, mom, whatever you want me to be.
But yeah, no, I think I missed the interaction with everybody. I missed, being able to talk through certain things in the way that we do. I think we do have these conversations in our real lives and, whatnot, but there's just a way in which we really dig into these topics over here, as well as, the input that we get from, the community. That has just been it had been missing. I was out here doing all sorts of hobbies, choirs and all sorts of things, but I was like, guys, there's just something about sitting here, with you and being able to just have these frank conversations. And yeah, like, I think it's really just that, having that outlet, that isn't that lady. Because it's just, sorry,
it's very
guys.
different with the lady.
Very different.
It's necessary,
yes,
but it's a different kind of work.
Exactly. And there's some things that I say here that I may not necessarily say.
If you say them to the lady,
exactly.
You're gonna go.
You're gonna scribbling profusely.
You're gonna go to another place.
Exactly. So yeah, I really it's really about that. And then as well, just seeing actually what I can contribute to
the community.
Ether.
Yeah.
Not just to the community, but as well to the ether. I think for the longest time, and it is also what informed, sort of us going away. I just didn't want to be out there, and
the visibility thing.
Really.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think I was also thinking, with the way the internet is moving, with the way social media is going, we're losing so much. So much is sort of curated for us. It's AI generated. We are not creating ourselves and putting things out there so much. I mean, shout out to the people on Substack. Love it.
I'm on Substack. I haven't stacked in a while. But
You owe us. She owes us an article. But yeah, I think being able to put something out there that I'm
you're proud of and you can stand behind, because I think there's so little that we can stand for right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot that we should be standing for. There's a lot that we should be putting our voice up against.
Yeah.
But we often feel that our voices are so little, or that there's so little that we can change that we forget about the impact that something like a simple conversation between two friends can have.
Exactly.
And that's not to say now we've got these big heads or whatever, but I think there's a space where we're necessary, and if we're not, it's okay.
We'll find out.
But this is fun.
Yeah.
And it's fulfilling.
Yeah. And you guys asked for it.
Whoa. Humble, not so much.
Yes, asked for it. And,
I did not expect that.
I love to oblige you guys.
I did not expect that. But I'm actually quite keen to introduce the new episode structure.
Yeah.
So this is what you can hold us accountable to.
Absolutely.
From now until the end of the year, we promise to deliver 20 episodes to you guys. 20 fresh new episodes. This is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
From us, new topics that we think are relevant, that we think are necessary conversations that women in their 30s should have. We're considering also bringing in guests to mix things up. And then there's a special twist where there's 10 episodes that we'd love to co-create with you, our community. So the 5 episodes?
Yes. So the 5 episodes will be a rehash, essentially, of, some of your favorite episodes. We will give you a chance to vote for which ones you'd like us to rehash. So it'd be rehashing.
I have an idea of what people are going to ask for already. Like, I feel like there's 3 episodes that I know the girlies love.
I mean, I just know it. And so yeah.
But I'd like you guys to surprise us. I'd love a surprise. But as Misha said, it's 5 episodes that we will rehash from the perspective of our 30s, from the episodes from our 20s.
Because I'm pretty sure there's some things I was wrong about.
There was some
and there's
D-word,
I'm
B-word.
righter about.
There's some D-word, B-word stuff back there.
Yeah.
And some very judgmental. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like I sit and I think about some of the opinions that I held 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 years ago about life. And I'm like, whoa, that was so harsh.
Yeah.
Like I remember Ayanda used to call us out all the time and be like, you should be extending a little bit more grace to this. And be like, nah.
Listen.
I am learning. And life is teaching.
Yeah.
But also thank you, Ayanda, for calling it out, because I'm
Yes.
sure even us, there's certain things that we're going to request
Yes.
grace for
Absolutely.
that might not be so clear to somebody who is younger within our community.
Yeah.
And there, I think, yes, pop off, have the space to say, nah, this is what I think right now, because it is what you think right now. And it is what you know to be true.
You can change
and
your
you know what? You have the
mind.
opportunity to change your mind. How amazing
Which is exactly
is that?
what we're going to be doing with those 5 episodes. We hopefully will be changing our minds.
I hope so. I'm actually quite keen.
Yeah.
But also my biggest challenge is the fact that we have to sit and listen to those episodes.
See, that's the problem.
That's scarier than like getting
I don't
feedback.
like listening to our episodes.
So that's going to be
Because I
scary.
hate them. I just don't like listening to my own voice. That's it. That's it.
I don't mind my own voice, but it's so scary to hear what you... Sometimes it's really refreshing and like, whoa, that was like such a sophisticated thought for me to have at that time.
Yeah.
And then sometimes like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, why would you even think that? Why would you even say that?
Why would I say that?
So that's going to be a very scary moment for us.
Yeah.
And then the next 5 episodes are us giving you the opportunity to guide us and tell us what you would like us to speak about. We'll choose. Maybe we'll choose like 10 episodes from what people have suggested. And then you guys get to vote for the top 5. And we'll incorporate that into the podcast, which means you get 30 episodes in total.
30, that's a lot.
For the year.
Wow.
And if you get anything extra, that's a bonus. But we are committing to 30 episodes for our 30s.
Yeah. And we really want you guys as well to be part of this. We want to hear your voices. We want to hear your opinions. So you will notice, over the next couple of episodes, we will be rolling out, what is it, a voice note functionality.
Yes, where you can actually submit.
And you can give us your takes.
And we'll play them on here. I think it's so important that the community that has helped us create this community, all the individuals within it, those who actually would like to have their voice be featured on it, get the opportunity to do that. Yeah. So when we do have our announcements and everything, you will have the opportunity to submit your voices telling us what you want us to tell us. Obviously, we'll guide you in terms of, is it an Agony Auntie segment? Are we asking for feedback on a particular topic or for opinions on a particular topic? Yeah. Are we even asking you for you to submit your vote for the episode that you're suggesting via your voice? And then obviously with your permission, we would feature that on this podcast because I think our voices are so important. Our voices should have a space to live. I always speak about this. One of the first things you forget when somebody passes on, for instance, my mom, is their voice. And just having your voice immortalized is such a beautiful, important thing. So we would love to do that with you in the space that you have created, that we have enjoyed together.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited for what this year is going to bring.
It's such a crazy year already.
Guys, how is it the time it is, right now? I don't want to give it away.
I'm already one car accident in.
Girl, so many losses already.
But also births.
Yeah.
We already said new baby.
Okay, new aunt club, we out here. But yeah, it's really already been such a hectic year. I know one of the things that we used to do in beginning of the year episodes was just talk about our goals. I think we've got a bit of time. And I think, what is your goal for the podcast for this year? If you'd like to share for yourself, obviously, within boundaries. I think primarily for this podcast.
I think for the podcast, I would really love for us to be consistent, which this space has made much easier for us to do. I think I would love for us to hear more voices and introduce more voices. I think we know that the knowledge economy, or the space where knowledge is currently being shared, has been bastardized so horribly over the last few years. I think the voices that we as society have given space and platform speak to a very sinister part of us in terms of what we enjoy to consume. And I think not in this like whole heroist, like we're going to save the world or whatever, but I think there's a part of the world that belongs to us. There's a part of the world that we exist in,
and that we're responsible
this community, lives in.
Yeah.
And I think for us to be there and clean that space up together is something that I'm really looking forward to in terms of what we discuss and how that feeds us in terms of what we always used to refer to as like brain and body and mind work. I'm very keen to be a part of that again. And I think for me personally, I'm really looking forward to becoming a better parent. That's like one of my favorite things ever. I think I'm looking forward to discovering more of me.
Yeah. And more what you can do.
Yeah, more of me, more of what I'm capable of, more of experiencing failure.
Yeah.
I think that we often shy away from failure, which is why we don't take so many risks that life is constantly telling us that we need to take.
Yeah.
So I'm keen for that. I'm keen for witnessing myself endure, and witnessing myself rise above. More than the joy, I know joy also well. And I know getting out of a tough situation also well, but I've never really been good at taking stock of it, of being like, wow, you handled that so much better than you would have 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And I think when I sat down and I did that last year, I was like, wow, dude, there's been so much growth.
Yeah.
So I'm keen to witness that growth, but not only look at it from the positives, but also the negatives that I will experience and how I rise above from those. So this year is already showing itself to be challenging, but I'm already showing myself to be way more active. So I'm literally so excited to be a participant.
Love that.
Like to be in the game.
Yeah.
I love the game.
Okay.
So I'm down. Like I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the goal for me.
Goal for you. What's the goal for me for this podcast? I definitely echo what you've mentioned, and it does speak to what I had, said before around my goal with being back on this podcast. Definitely has a lot to do with what I'm putting out into the internet, into the world, specifically at this time, with the things that we're witnessing, with the ways in which tech and social media are being quite literally manipulated in front of our eyes. And so I think for me, it definitely stirred me up, sort of witnessing these things, sort of seeing what's out there. And like you said, not in a savior, well, I'm going to save you type of way. We could put the stuff out. And
it could also be harmful.
Yeah, it could be harmful. It could be completely irrelevant. And that's also why we do want to involve the community as well, so that we can be held accountable, for the things that we do put out there. So I think it's around that responsibility and just feeling like, you know what, I am doing something in that regard, even if it's just for our community of listeners, ourselves as well. I think.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
While you were speaking, I was thinking about how. So we both deplatformed.
Yes.
Quite hectically. Do you not feel weird consuming when you're not creating?
Down.
I feel so dirty.
I don't like it.
Like I feel so dirty.
Yeah. I think it's why I haven't been on your Instagrams and stuff like that because of that.
It feels like I'm creeping up on people, like I'm watching through a window.
Exactly.
And I'm not living, and because when you're consuming, you also have a perspective on the thing that you're consuming,
exactly,
right? But then I'm like, if I'm not creating, then other people don't get the chance to have a perspective on me. So how dare I have all these opinions when I'm not creating anything?
I feel that way.
I feel so icky.
Yes, I feel that way, especially when I feel very strongly about something.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, those people are better than me because they put themselves out there.
Yes, like how I cannot cringe at somebody putting themselves out there when I'm literally like
exactly. It doesn't work like that.
But sorry for derailing you.
No, it was a great question.
Because I was just thinking about what you were saying.
Yeah. And I think just getting us back together somehow in the ways that we can, because we are seeing the things that are being put out there, the things that are being said, the ways in which specifically young women are being misled.
The regression,
the regression that we are witnessing, and in many ways we've also
regressed.
There are areas we've also regressed, and we also want to use this platform. I definitely want to use this platform to sort of come back and say, you know what,
girl,
actually,
you slipping.
Exactly. I mean, I saw Foyin a while back had posted a video about how she had essentially black-pilled herself and kind of had to step back, and now it's just a matter of being normal about how we consume and whatnot. And it's in
I think those are the
really
things that we were super, super concerned about.
Absolutely. And so really just about contributing responsibly, consuming responsibly, exactly. And then personally, I think for me, it's to really be uncompromising about my happiness. I think you don't realize it until you are in the pattern. That lady had pointed out that, oh, you're in this. And I was like, oh my word. And so I think that was a sort of wake up call for me to be a little bit more conscious. For a while, I think I was just kind of like, it felt like I was just always in my head so much. And it just wasn't feeling productive. It didn't feel fruitful. It just felt like I was just ruminating. And so I look forward personally to more structured thoughts, more structured life. Not to say my life isn't structured, but I think, post
more ownership of
that structure
instead of it being affected by life circumstances and life happening.
And, I definitely want to steward my own life. It's a lot of things that I have been blessed with, and I think, when you're blessed with things, you also have the responsibility of stewarding them. You are supposed to take care of, of these things. And so I want to do that. I want to steward or to be a steward upon, unto my own self, whether it's, getting better mentally, getting better within my relationships, friendships, with my parents, siblings, whatever, better within myself, my inner voice.
That's a big one, because that lady's getting louder and louder.
Guys, the room is and especially like when you're in your 30s, that lady,
she's loud. That inner voice,
that lady is out there, and that's how we find ourselves, making some questionable decisions. And so I think, having a little bit of a better voice, that's a lot more guiding, a lot less shaming, a lot less coming down hard on myself, a lot more being solution oriented. I think I already am, but in a structured way, like in a way that will that will show a greater sense of care. I don't know, not necessarily to say that I haven't been caring much for myself,
but we could always care more.
We could
always, if there's one thing we could always do more of, it's caring.
Just care a little bit more.
It's caring.
Be a little bit more, careful. Be a little bit more watchful, considerate. All these things. And just rediscovering myself. I think every year is always a chance to rediscover, whether it's the new, whether it's finding out that, actually that thing that I was doing when I was so there's a lot of that. I don't think consolidation really ever ends. I think that will always be a goal for me. But yeah, literally, guys, just growth. Growth in every sense, growth in this podcast, growth in our friendships, growth in our families, in our work life, in our personal lives, everything. And that is 100% what I wish for you guys as well. I hope in this 30 episode journey that we are going to be on, by the end of it, we don't look anything like
the beginning,
like like how we've come. I'm hoping that by the time and I hope we do reflect actually when we do get to the 30th. I hope that so many of us, not just you and I, but the community, as we are embarking on this journey, can be able to really look back and say, you know what, in the year of 2026, as the Esimgo community, we've achieved this.
This was useful in this way.
And I think it helps us as well to ensure that, we are also able to be putting out things that are relevant, that you guys want to see and listen to, and that you guys will actually take into your own lives.
I think oftentimes when we speak about something needing to be productive, in terms of how it shows up as even care, or in terms of how it shows up as your contribution within a community, we often think that this means that we're only speaking about things that are fruitful in terms of, you get like financial gain, or you get, and it's like, no, like care can be and has to be productive. How we contribute to communities, how we show up within a community can and has to be productive. It needs to be useful. And this is not like, it's going to be this contrived, like,
no, we're going to have fun, guys.
Thing. It's like, no, like we're going to have fun, but we're here for a reason.
We're serious.
So
we're turning these brains on.
I'm super excited for that. I think we've got really cool episodes and themes that we're going to speak about. As always, not to toot our horn, but man, I'm so happy to be sitting here with you today.
So grateful.
Crazy that we literally met like more than 12 years ago.
Sure,
12 years ago,
around there.
Wow.
And then we did this actually today, 2019.
It was the first episode.
5 years?
Yeah.
So happy birthday to Esimgo. Happy birthday to you guys as well.
And shout out to you guys for listening to some random girls that had something to say. That wasn't always something. But you guys found something in what often felt like nothing, or what the hell were we talking about? Super, super excited to have a conversation when we feel like we're way more confident in terms of what we're speaking about and why it belongs in the world.
To think we could do this when we're in our 40s or 50s.
That would be
aunties,
cool. I love
those ladies that like complain, that podcast. I love it.
Outside of that, like
I love it.
I love listening to women, older women, especially women of color, talking about life. How often do we get to experience that in our day-to-day lives, when most of the older women we had in our lives are so stressed about getting things done, and this and that and that and fees and this and rent or bond. There's very little time to talk. So the idea of us being in our 40s and having time to talk is what I aspire to.
So excited.
That is a dream.
Excited.
That is a dream.
Absolutely.
And having time to discuss thoughts, like this is what I'm thinking about, and not this is what I'm like stressing about, or this is what I'm in a corner about. What a wonderful world. That is the dream.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, guys, I don't know. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Closing remarks. I have a question for you.
Yes, let's hear it.
What month are we in? We're in February, approaching March.
Yeah.
If I said to you, you only have 3 sentences to say, and these 3 sentences are what you would be remembered for, in terms of like how you want to be immortalized, what would those 3 sentences be?
3 sentences.
Who are you right now? Because we're going to go back and reflect, right?
Okay.
In the end. I only thought of this now, so I don't have my 3 sentences.
Oh my word. Okay, so who was Misho? If I were to be immortalized right now. Okay, Misho was a light. I really hope I am.
Not a light bright, a light.
A light, please. Please. Misho indulged herself.
That's important. That's important.
I pursued my
You
stuff.
forgot about the budget.
Yeah, I forgot about the budget. I was interested in something. I went for it. All these things. I took an interest in something.
Such an important thing.
I'm going to learn. I want to be known for that I indulged myself. And number 3, Misho loved her people. I really hope the people in my life do feel loved. I know I'm like, I'm not very expressive about it. But I really do love you guys,
feel it. We feel it.
But yeah, what are yours? Wow, that was tough.
Sure.
That was tough.
Okay, I need
necessary.
to think. But I think when you speak about your people feeling loved, I think I would love for it to be abundantly clear how much I care for those who are around me.
Absolutely.
But also just
those who encounter you.
Those who encounter me. I remember having a conversation with my friend at the I'm so cool at the Ghana concert about this, and just speaking about how if you've ever felt not considered when you're in a group of people, you sort of can pick it up when someone's feeling like that, and you sort of try show up and consider them. That moment where you're feeling inconsiderate and somebody considers you, you know what that feels like? That's what I would love people to remember. I don't know how to put that in words.
Yeah.
I would love that, and that's something that I constantly try work on. I think maybe I think about it too much, but I would love to have been a decent mother.
Yeah.
Not to just my kid, but showing up for the kids.
Yeah.
For all the children.
Absolutely.
Which is a very interesting thing to go through and learn about, because showing up for the children or for a child is very different to what you think.
Absolutely.
And always know what right is.
Yeah.
So to be able to move with what the situation needs and not what I know to be right. I would love people to say that I moved with what the situation needed. So that's number 2. And then number 1, I think when you spoke about the indulging yourself, was reminding me of last year and how much I was thinking about being a doer.
Yeah.
Being somebody who tries.
Yeah.
Doing things even though I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But being open to learning and trying.
And really the best way is to just practice that muscle, guys.
Yes.
Just do. Yeah.
And that not only being confined to career advancement or chasing some kind of financial gain, but trying a new sport, trying how to knit or sew, trying a new language, just somebody who tries and who just tries new things.
Yeah. Because also, guys, we can't be the elders of phones.
It's a big problem. It's a big I have a problem. I'll say it up front. I have a problem with my phone.
Yeah.
I need to spend way less time on it, and it's much easier to do that when I'm outside.
Yeah.
But being outside in a different way, and not outside, like how we used to be outside. So those would be my 3 things.
Yeah.
And I think it would be very refreshing to reflect on that in our last episode, in episode 30, to see where we are.
And we'd like to hear from you guys as well.
Actually, yes. What 3 things would you like to be remembered for? And these don't necessarily have to be things that you have already clocked right now.
Yeah.
I think the most important things, it's things that you are willing to work on.
Yeah.
And we'll go on the journey of working on them together.
Yeah.
So
yeah, guys. So
please don't forget to follow us on the socials.
Yes.
Spotify has been so kind that they're actually going to be helping us out, releasing teasers, editing our video. So it would be nice if we actually engaged with all of that.
Yes.
And I think I'm putting myself out there and saying I'd actually love for us to not only create audio and video, but also write about some of the stuff that we speak on our Substack. So we might introduce a Substack, or I might just continue on my Substack, and Misha might launch her own Substack.
Yeah.
But we could also even feature pieces from our community of people's written reflections
I'd love
on the
that.
Substack.
So hit us up.
Yeah,
with
so
your
let us
Substacks.
know
Yeah.
if you would like to be featured on a Substack in that
Yeah.
way. If you'd like to send through a voice note, if you'd like to send us a video of you speaking about something.
Yeah.
This community doesn't just belong to us. I think you've proven that. We went away for 2 years. People were still listening to the episodes, still revisiting old episodes, still commenting and writing to us about it. And I think that what you guys have to say belongs, like, it should be seen by everyone within the community, and we shouldn't only be the people that are benefiting from it, because there's so much value in what you have to say. So I'm so happy to be back.
Overjoyed. Let's go on this journey together, guys. Let's navigate this journey together. It's the sisterhood of the traveling goer, and we're back.
Yay! Goodbye. See you next week.
See you.